Today, we're raising the voices of fairgoers and workers and hearing from festival organizers and law enforcement about what can be done to make these events safer.
It's the final day of the annual Michigan State Fair that's set to come to a close at 7 p.m. instead of 10, one of many newly added restrictions since this past Saturday's shooting right here at the parking lot that left one dead and one injured. And even though nearly 48 hours later, it seems like the event is going well, but the incident has not been forgotten.
Hearing about the shooting initially, because I was like, what if something like that happens again, you know?
But then something obviously changed your mind and you got here.
I looked on the website, they said they were up in police presence, and I said, okay, that's cool.
25-year-old Josh McNeil has been attending the state fair for 20 years. That's why he did not want to miss this year's festival.
You know, when I came in today, I felt a little safer. They were doing pat downs, well, I should say wind downs, and I see a whole bunch of cops here, so I'm like, all right, nothing should happen today.
As the search for the suspect continues, Novi police say the shooting was a targeted and isolated incident that stemmed from an ongoing argument outside the venue. But this is not the first time fights have disrupted events. In May, brawls among the youth caused the closure of the Berkeley Days Weekend Carnival for the second straight year. Police also closed Marysville Summerfest earlier this year due to fights, and a similar situation also happened in Centerline. A seasoned events producer, John Witz, is currently organizing Arts, Beats, and Eats in Royal Oak, and he says such acts impact the overall events industry.
I think it's important to educate what is the nature of the incident.
So since the inception of Arts, Beats, and Eats, you guys have never had any kind of major incidents or injury at the event. What do you think works for the event when it comes to keeping the event safe and secure?
It starts with planning at all levels of law enforcement. I don't know exactly how many officers but we have a private security bill of $200,000 that is managing all the entrances and is placed throughout the festival to support operations.
Meanwhile, retired Assistant Chief of Detroit Police Steve Dolan says events are about having a good time, and in theory, they should never be about heavy police presence enforcing restrictions.
Too many kids are going to these things without parents, without parental controls. These kind of things happen. Parents need to monitor their kids' social media better. Parents need to teach their kids to respect their elders, their friends, respect themselves. If you don't respect yourself, something like this happens.
Now, today I did reach out to State Fair organizers for comments, but they did not want to talk about the incident, nor did they let us talk to any of the vendors or participants about how they felt about the incident. In the meantime, Steve says to always stay vigilant. If you see something, say something. In Novi, I'm Faraz Javed, 7 News Detroit.